Lucy, University of Calgary, Canada.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and we're from the University of Calgary in Canada. Poverty, a heavy issue that has been misused and misrepresented in our community time and time again. It's not easy to talk about or to live through, and it's something that is tremendously difficult to define. But that's where I must begin. So let's start with defining poverty. What is it? Well, first of all, I would like to start with what poverty is not. Poverty is not just the absence of money. Poverty is the absence of opportunity. Poverty is the absence of empathy. Poverty is the absence of trust and understanding. It's a lack of all these attributes that led to poverty into the fabric of our global communities.
So what causes this? Why is there a segregation between people? I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? A segregation between people? There's people like you and me who are given such great opportunities and given all the necessities that we need that allow us to meet our standard of living and that allow us to live a life where we can pursue our passions. And then there's people not like us who don't have these opportunities, who don't have the chances to pursue what they want to pursue, who are forced into poverty.
Well, it begins with opportunities, and therefore it begins with education. Now I'm going to be a little cliche and say education does open a lot of doors to opportunities. I mean, we are all here because of our privilege of getting education. We are all driven and passionate individuals who are able to pursue what we want to pursue. And education is where it starts.
And so with these families and these children, they are living in these conditions because they don't have an education. They are living in these conditions because they don't know how to get themselves out of poverty. That's all they've ever known, right? Working in the farms, taking care of all the brothers and sisters, making sure there's food on the table. Education plays a huge role in changing this.
If we educate the young people in these communities, we are providing them the chance to find and receive better job opportunities. They're able to become leaders of their own communities. And from that, they're able to support their own families and instead try to end a vicious cycle of poverty that's been continuing on generation after generation. When you dig deeper and you look at the root of this issue, it's about opportunity. It's about the lack of opportunity. And therefore, poverty as a whole is a result of a lack of education and the stolen opportunities as a result.
Uganda is one of the countries in the world that is severely affected by poverty. Although Uganda has made immense progress in combating poverty, lowering the poverty incidence from 56% of the population in 1992 to 19.7% in 2013. Most of this change is only occurring in the urban regions. In the rural regions, however, poverty is still entrenched within the population living there. In fact, the total number of people living in poverty has actually increased due to population growth. In the poorest districts of Uganda, usually in North or East Uganda, the poverty incidence may even exceed 60%. And not to mention, the rates I am reporting are based on a national poverty line that was set more than 20 years ago and would be considered too low for today's times, meaning there are many more people living in poverty but are unaccounted for in the poverty incidences.
So, what is it that's been contributing to poverty reduction over the years? Well, part of this is due to education and urbanization. Education is associated with higher income, as seen on the left image behind me. Agricultural production growth, greater ability for farmers to adapt to weather shocks and other shocks caused by disease of livestock, all this is contributed with education. And just from 2006 to 2013, in a short period of just 7 years, the increase of Uganda's urban population by 3.5% led to a poverty reduction of 10%. That's nearly a threefold outcome.
But how do we achieve more successful outcomes like this through education? Before we answer that question, let's talk a bit about Uganda's current education system. In 1997, the government of Uganda introduced the Universal Primary Education Program for its citizens, and children were able to attend school without paying tuition. However, many children still do not complete primary school, meaning enrollment rates into secondary school also remain low. And although the Universal Secondary Education Program was introduced in 2007, only a limited number of students could be admitted into this program. And for those who do receive this funding, many of them still drop out.
And the reason for these low enrollment and completion rates, if you look at the image to the right, is because of costs. You don't have to pay for tuition, but you have to pay for boarding fees, textbooks, clothing, meals, school supplies. And for poor families who live on $1 or $2 a day, that's beyond anything they can afford. And they have no choice but to withdraw their children from school. So this leads back to what we mentioned earlier, the vicious cycle of poverty.
So what must we do to break the cycle of poverty? Social entrepreneurship, which is the process in which global communities come together to work towards one common goal, which is to pursue a better future and to work towards sustainable solutions that can help alleviate poverty, alleviate the challenges we face today and the foreseeable ones in the future, through the use of critical thinking and innovation.
So, who are we and what are we doing here? Our organization is called Make a Change Africa Scholarship Initiative, which we call CASI for short. We are an organization at the University of Calgary in Canada, and our mission is to alleviate poverty through the means of education. At CASI, we believe that education is the first step of the movement to alleviating the challenges implemented by poverty. Through the supporting of the Ugandan Girls Scholarship Foundation, which is a charity in Calgary, our goal is to provide educational scholarships to Ugandan girls who have shown potential for academic excellence during their elementary school years living in the Mudanga region, which is also a sub-county in East Uganda, which is also namely one of the poorest regions in the country. And due to financial constraints, they are unlikely to continue their pursuit of education.
Now you've probably been wondering, how much money do we need to raise in order to support one girl from Girl Uganda? Well, for only 500 Canadian dollars, which is about 378 US dollars, or 2,000, almost 3,000 Hong Kong dollars, we can completely finance 1 year of secondary education for one girl from the Budong region. And this covers an entire year fees for the girls' accommodation, food, and school supplies.
Not only does our organization strive to alleviate poverty through directly funding for the education of these girls, but we also seek to contribute to the development of an empathetic and passionate community. We want these girls to gain the power to remove themselves from poverty through our support, and we also hope that when they find a career meant for them, that they're able to pass this chain along and continue and support others living around them also living in poverty. Like the former president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere, said, education is not a way to escape poverty. It is a way of fighting. Together we can all combat poverty. CASI believes that the first step to poverty alleviation is to enrich and provide opportunities for the youth. Through our initiatives, the girls will achieve greater ability to give back to their communities and to break this widespread cycle of poverty.
In order to also create a passionate community back at home in Calgary, the leaders of CASI employ an approach of outreach engagement with the Ugandan girls. We strive to create meaningful relationships with the young girls we serve through the use of powerful social media networks such as Skype. And this source of empowerment is vital for creating an impact on poverty alleviation.
In fact, engaging in these personal connections is where all of this began. This is Rita. She is a bright-eyed, witty 16-year-old girl who loves reading, but most importantly, she has a love for science. I met her on June 25th, 2014, and from that day forward, the personal connection I created with her really inspired me to start this organization. Not only was I investing in a movement for girls' education, but I was investing in people. It is based on these personal connections and realization of necessary change in these communities that really fueled me to start this. And she was, with a voice to a name and organization, she was a person. She was a person with aspirations and dreams.
When Rita grows up, she wants to attend school, and she wants to pursue her dream of becoming a physician. She claims the top of her class every year, within the bounds of poverty, and yet she knows that without assistance, her family does not have the ability to send her to school. If this cycle of poverty continues, she knows she will be married off young, and any form of self-reliance will be stripped away from her, as she will be uneducated and can't afford the price of independence. Selflessly, Rita wants to accomplish these goals in order to help her family and her community. In similar respects, we intend on ensuring that Rita has all the resources necessary to pursue her dreams. And so far, we've been doing a pretty good job, as Rita has been a scholarship recipient for the past 3 years.
So what's next? Are we going to stop here? The answer is no. plan on taking Cassie through its next steps into beyond poverty alleviation. As we mentioned prior, our organization is based on investment in people. We plan on taking the literal meaning behind this and truly invest in people, people's ideas. In many of these poverty-stricken communities, there are very well-educated individuals with entrepreneurial ideas, inventive ideas, ideas to make their communities a better place. However, armed with ideas, they don't have the monetary funds to start them. And by giving them microloans, we hope to begin investing in their ideas and giving these empowered individuals the help they need to help create a sustainable future, promoting active learning, self-reliance, and the rise of poverty.
So, the ultimate goal of Make a Change Africa Scholarship Initiative is to combat the challenges that global poverty inflicts on society. After all, we have the resources to implement change. We have the monetary funds, we have the people. All we need is a proper plan, a proper route of action to take in order to use these resources to resolve poverty. As Nelson Mandela has once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Poverty is no exception. Poverty is about the lack of opportunity, and what we must do is create the opportunities. And our organization does this through giving these young individuals, these adults, these children, these young individuals living in abject poverty, the chance to change their lives through education. Because with education, they are given opportunities to pursue better careers, where they can financially support themselves and move themselves, their family, and their communities outside the hand of poverty.
But what difference does one girl make? I mean, I understand the sentiment and the meaning behind changing the life of a girl, but I'm not naive enough to think that by changing the course of one girl's life, will suddenly solve the big issue that is poverty. But I am suggesting you to imagine the substantial impact that our organization can create if we start at one girl. By allowing individuals to create meaningful connections in our community, we are creating impactful leaders. We are just the beginning of a story, the beginning of the significant impacts we plan on making as a collective, as a community. By bringing together a team within our community and creating individuals who share the same passion, our organization does not stop at just one girl. It holds promise for many more girls to come. We have started with Rita, but it should not and will not end with her.
Imagine the impact that can be created if there were hundreds of individuals like ourselves for this cause. This is what we are creating. Through our influence, we have shown others our passion. In resonating with our beliefs, they too have acted on this cause, likewise showing their determination with others.
This passion and drive does not have a monetary value, and so Cassie is much more than just any nonprofit organization. It's much more than just money. It's about like-minded individuals coming together to work towards one common goal, and to stop at no means until it's realized and achieved, the key value of social entrepreneurship. This is about creating a community of individuals who care. It's about making people care. It's about making people take action. This is not an investment in money. It's an investment in people. With more and more people influenced to become a part of what we stand for, we can fight poverty together through education. Together, let's make the world a better place.
Please, questions?
It's not clear to me where the funds for the organization came to you.
Where they come from.
Wait, yes, where it came from.
Oh, we fundraise them through fundraisers at our university because we're a university-based organization. So a lot of our fundraisers that we do are within our organization, or we collaborate with other businesses, like local businesses, and through that we do.
Could I know exactly what type of fundraisers you use to gain funds? What type of fundraisers?
Oh, okay. So sometimes we have like local school fundraisers, such as conferences where we host so we invite like guest speakers, and then we usually charge tickets for people to come in and talk. Also, we've had collaborations with local organizations where we get a cut of their profits with how much they sell. So, yeah.
There is, yes.
My question is, do you also live in Uganda or you never lived there?
Oh, I have not lived in Uganda.
So how can you get with the people there and you know the root cause or the root problem of the people live?
Okay. So with the Ugandan Girls Scholarship Foundation, which is a local nonprofit in Calgary, we are associated with them. So alongside them, we work in accordance with them. So we are able to provide resources such as the student body, and like we're able to help create a larger influence with their organization being the base. And so they have personal connections and communication with individuals in Uganda and schools in Uganda that we funded for specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before I said that, we had study conferences
Yeah.
with the girls personally, so we talked with the girls.
So we get meaningful communication, and we're able to see exactly where the money is going.
Yes, and the money not just for one student is $300,000
Oh,
a year.
almost 3,000 dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For children.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you are supporting how many students? Right now?
A few. Currently, we're just working on one, but there has been another girl and a few others that have gone through the program. For instance, we got a girl named Eunice. She graduated through our scholarship program, and she finished nursing. And now she is a nurse working back in her original community, and she's able to help and support her family and her community through that.
Very nice. Very nice. More questions, please? Okay.